what's going on YouTube? So clearly I need to shave, but that's beside the point of the video. So basically some people have been asking like what do I eat since I've been vegan, I'm vegan, I've been vegan for like 5 years. You'd think I'd be eating some fancy stuff, well not really, so I sort of decided to track what I ate during the day. So this was from what I ate yesterday. To just because I thought I was kind of curious too, like how much protein I was getting. Because I've, especially now since I'm cutting down to 90 kilos, I'm starting to eat a lot less, and so that kind of starts risking definitely eating not enough protein possibly, and I haven't really been too focused on how much protein I've been getting, so I decided to track what I ate, and maybe I probably won't give you any ideas because it's I don't eat complicated food. Try to eat as simple as possible, to be honest, and just make sure I get the calories in just to give me enough energy to work out. And since I've been cutting, my energy levels have been a lot lower because I've not been eating as much. So breakfast, interesting choice. There wasn't much food, so I had some ready-made ready meal mushroom pasta. Genius breakfast right there. Breakfast of champions. So this is macros here. If you think the reason why I'm looking here is just because that's got my computer with a list of what I ate. I'm not going to memorize it off by heart. So calorie level, 324 calories. I had 9 grams of protein, 54 grams of carbs, 5.5 grams of fat. I also had about half a liter of soy milk, so that's about 212 calories. 17 grams of protein, 13 grams of carbs, 9.6 grams of protein. Decent breakfast, around 26 grams of protein. Could be a little higher, but that was, because this is my workout before one of my workouts, which was pretty much just walking up and down 6 flights of stairs for about 18 minutes while pretty much playing around my 25 kilo grippers. And then after that, I did about 10 minutes of swinging my 6 kilo club bell. So it's like a decent cardio workout. Really builds up the lactic capacity of your forearms. And then pretty much after that, I had a snack, which was just this soy dessert, soy yogurt. So had 4 of those, so it's 390 calories, 17.5 grams of protein, 65 grams of carbs, 6 grams of fat. This would be a pretty good pre-workout snack. However, since I had eaten so little that day and done quite a long workout, I pretty much fell asleep after this for a good couple hours. So one of my first critiques of my diet is eat more in the morning so you don't crash so hard after workouts. But this would be a good pre-workout snack. So you want pre-workout, you want to have pretty much just high carb and low fat. Protein, you don't want to have too much protein before workouts because that also is a slower digesting thing. You basically want to have carbs that are relatively easy to digest to give you energy for your workout. Post-workout snacks, the general idea is, at least for my body weight of being about 210 pounds, about 90 to 120 grams of carbs post-workout, and then about 30 grams of protein is a pretty good post-workout snack. And post-workout snack as well, you want that low fat as well, because you want to replenish your glycogen stores. Fat isn't very efficient at doing that, so you want, again, high carb after workouts, and that's going to help give you the energy to then work out again later on, because a lot of athletes don't just do one workout in a day, they do multiple workouts, so you want to be able to refuel your body to get ready for the next workout. So after my long nap, I had another pre-workout snack, which was just pretty much oatmeal, and there I used again another half liter of soy milk. So the oats gave, with about 117 grams of oats, that gave me 419 calories, 81 grams of carbs, 10 grams of protein, 4.6 grams of fat. Oats can be a pretty decent source of protein for vegans. Just make sure to also use like soy milk if you're using like almond milk. The reason I'm using soy milk is because it just ups your protein intake during the day. If you're kind of using almond milk, it doesn't have a lot of protein, doesn't have a lot of calories. So I prefer soy milk. And yeah, so again, another 500 mils of soy milk, so 212 calories. And then I had another workout, which was another cardio workout where I was doing sort of Uchikomi judo specific stuff on a 20-10 interval. Did about 20 rounds of that. So after that I had a protein shake, pretty much double protein shake. So I had 2 scoops. So that gave me 40 grams of protein from the scoops, and then the 500 mils of soy milk gives me another 17 grams of protein. So that's definitely something that helps me keep my protein intake high, especially when I'm cutting or when I'm not paying attention to the specific foods I'm eating, or I'm just sort of eating for calories. Because a lot of the protein sources, for at least that I use, are just pretty much fake meats because it's just convenient and easy. So the double protein shakes pretty much daily. It's just convenient, and there's really no reason not to, especially when you can find a pretty decent, cheap protein powder. And then my final meal today was a fake meat, just vegan sausages. I had 6 of them, so that's 384 calories, just a whole packet. I think that packet costs about £1.20, so pretty affordable stuff there. Also very high protein, 46.5 grams of protein. I think the protein source of this is also soy based, so a lot of soy in my diet. Quite the soy boy here, but yeah, like I've been eating a lot of soy for like 5 years and I've noticed no negative effects. Maybe I'll notice it in 10 years time, but I'm not noticing it now. There's also not really any research to back the idea that soy would have any real negative impacts on health. It would be preferable to have more, different sources of protein just to make sure I'm getting all the amino acid profile, but soy has a pretty good amino acid profile, so eat your soy. So my total calories for today was 2,345. It's a pretty nice looking number, to be honest. I like numbers like that. Being a mathematician and a fake number theorist. But fat content, 62.2 grams. Decent. I like to keep my fat level, the amount of fat I eat in a day, pretty low, because it just generally, I find carbs to be a better source for energy, and fat just makes you kind of sleepy sometimes. But you still want to make sure to get at least 50 grams of fat or something, just because you need fat for certain processes in your body. And especially if you're bulking, just getting more fat is an easy way to up your calorie level. Carbs, 249 grams of carbs, pretty decent level. I think if I were trying to bulk or trying to not cut, I'd probably up that to like 300 grams of carbs or over 300 grams of carbs. Really make sure I'm getting a lot of energy during my workouts so I can get the most out of my workouts. Protein, probably the thing that most people would be interested in because I'm vegan. Vegans don't get much protein. 174 grams of protein. Relatively okay. So there is some sort of meta-analysis or whatever for athletes saying that about 0.6 to 0.8 grams of protein. I'm going to link this study in the whatever. But about 0.6 to 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight or something, or per pound of lean body weight, is pretty much adequate for athletes. I'm not trying to build muscle because building too much, I'm just trying to maintain muscle, so maybe I should up my protein because one of the things about cutting weight is you're trying to up your protein so you limit muscle loss, but I think 174 grams of protein is probably decent because it sticks within the parameters of 0.6 to 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. If you are trying to build muscle, you can try and up it to 1 gram per pound of body weight, but I'm not trying to build muscle, so I think that's decent. I think as I'm trying to cut my calories lower and lower, I will have to try and pay attention to make sure I get more protein and enough protein. Possibly upping my protein intake to 200 grams of protein during this cut for the next week and a half or something. Just, make sure I don't lose too much strength or anything. But yeah, diet, not the most interesting diet, but it shows you how lazy you can be and still get your macros in. And yeah, let me know if you'd want to see any more content about my diet. I wanted to show you like something realistic for me at least, because a lot of times you see these vegan like influencers with like, you know, sort of all these fancy stuff, and I'm like, yeah, it's great. That looks cool. That looks tasty. That looks like it really, really help me. But also, I got stuff to do. I'm lazy. I don't want to do that. So, easy stuff here. Anyway, so that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, if you want to see more like this, let me know in the comments. And I can go into more videos about like specific nutrition things, like different research things, like talking about studies that compare soy protein to like whey protein and all that stuff, trying to dispel the myth that like vegan protein is inferior, because it's not. As long as you're getting an adequate amount of protein, it doesn't matter. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.